your job, serve well, and like George Washington, go back to Mount Vernon and live under the laws you passed, and that's what I expect to do.
Lubbock's congressman says it's time for his work on the Hill to come to an end. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Representative Jodey Arrington, who helped put the president's latest tax breaks and spending cuts package in place over the summer, now says he will not seek re-election next year. Congressman Arrington's chairman of the House Budget Writing Committee and has represented Lubbock since 2016. He helped advance legislation to support the farming industry, namely adding cotton as a covered commodity in the 2018 Farm Bill. Over the past 10 years, Arrington remained a constant critic of the federal government's deficit spending and national debt, criticizing both parties dating back decades and tackling the issue after Speaker Mike Johnson appointed him chairman to the Budget Committee. We spoke to Jodey Arrington this morning just after announcing his plan not to seek re-election.
I think we are dangerously close to bankrupting our country, to having a sovereign debt crisis that would undermine our economy. It's already jeopardizing our security. If we do our country in from the inside because of our lack of fiscal responsibility and stewardship, then we will fail to hand the country better than we found it to our children.
Now, with that accomplishment, the chairman says it's time for someone else to take up the mantle. Arrington has also advocated for term limits throughout his time on the Hill and says he has found his personal limit.
You know, a decade is long enough, and I think any longer, I think you start getting dangerously close to trying to make more of this and more of a career of this than you should.
The Lubbock County GOP thanked Chairman Arrington today for his service. Democrats say they're prepared to fight whoever the Republican Party puts in his place. KCBD's Brittany Crittenden will take a closer look at Arrington's time on the Hill tonight at 10.